on today's show, we are going to have a bit of a metal rock theme. We will be talking to Dave from Taliesin, and phoning in will be John from Seas of Titan, and they'll be talking about a gig they've got coming up this Friday at the Basement. Now, I have got Dave in the studio with me now. Welcome, Dave. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Now, before you say anything, let me turn your mic on. All right, Dave, welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Now, the theme music that I like to use for the show is a snippet from a song called We're Laughing Through and Through. The lyrics there are melatonin, serotonin, oxytocin. And what did you think they were, Dave?
Melatonin, serotonin, Nazi toasters.
Right, yes. They're the alternative lyrics. Yeah, that's for the when we're doing a seance or something. But welcome to the show. Dave, you are from Taliesin, the vocalist.
That's right.
And you're here to promote your gig this Friday at the Baso. But before we delve into that, the Taliesin are 4-piece, sometimes 5-piece metal rock band. But you guys formed in 1995.
Yeah.
If possible, can you give us a brief history of the band?
We started... Originally, we were in a band. There was a few of us in a band called Requiem that would frequent Terminus Terrace Bar in the early 90s, late 80s.
Yep, remember those venues well.
And we had... we were starting to make places, but we ended up... The band split it up, and 3 of us wanted to continue. The other half didn't sort of want to continue, so we ended up searching for a new guitarist, new bass player, and we ended up finding Richard and Kristen. And pretty well we stayed as that lineup, the 5 of us, for 20-odd years, 20-something years, until Kristen decided that he was going to do the family thing. So we got in a new bass player, Chris Turk. So we got rid of one Chris for another Chris. And Ruben has decided to go over to the States to study music at Berkeley, but we still class him as in the band and plays shows when he's here and still does all the recording for us. So yeah, 30 years, same 5 guys basically, plodding along.
Right. And over that time you've released an EP and 2 albums.
That's right.
And the most recent being Disciple in October of last year, 2023. So in that time you must have played so many gigs. Any standout? Have you had any big name supports or any disastrous gigs that were sticking in your mind?
We've done some disastrous ones for sure. Some of the better shows we've done. We did a support gig for the Ocean, which is an international act, and we also supported Marty Friedman, who was the ex-Megadeth guitarist who now does solo guitar work, who's quite freakish. And we got dragged in on a Choir Boys show once as well, which was... Well, they asked us to do an acoustic show, but
it was... the Australian Choir Boys?
The Australian Choir Boys, the Choir Boys, who were actually a bit rude to us and didn't want to have anything to do with us, but we were going on a different path with that. We got rang up last minute, can you guys come and do it? I offered we could do an acoustic show. The venue said, no, do your full metal show. So we did, and I don't know whether they appreciated it as much as we did.
Right, yep. Where was that at?
That was at the Basement.
Right, okay. Oh, well, the best you can do on short notice.
I always got the feeling their guitarist was jealous of our guitarist. I know it sounds terrible, but he was pretty well the only one that came out and watched us, and he stood in front of our guitarist, and just sort of watched him the whole night.
Well, gave him death stares.
Yeah, well, not death stares, but like, damn it, I wish I was as good as you kind of looks.
Yep. And as well as that, your band has done a few tribute shows, I believe.
Yeah, we used to do a Pink Floyd show when Ruben was more regularly in Australia. We put our own twist on it, so it was a bit heavier than a normal Pink Floyd show, but it seemed to go down pretty well, and we'd get good crowds for it. And we'd throw in a Queensryche tribute show every now and then. And we even pulled off a Living Colour one night there at the Basement on a 90s night, just so that we could keep playing pretty well.
Nice, right, and good reactions.
Yeah. It's the Pink Floyd show. Have you ever met anyone that doesn't like Pink Floyd?
No, but I don't get out much.
It's pretty rare to find someone that says, no, I don't get into Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
So it was
all lovers of music,
yeah,
of good music.
it was an easy show to do.
Speaking of good music, let's hear a track from you guys. This one is called Every Time I Close My Eyes. It's from the Disciple album. You were saying earlier that's probably your favourite.
It's probably my favourite of all of our songs. I like the groove in it.
All right, well, let's have a listen. This is called Every Time I Close My Eyes by Taliesin.
We call it Itek Me.
All right, Itek Me here on 2XX FM, People Powered Radio.
At 2XXFM 98.3, your support is important to us. Become part of your community station by subscribing, donating, sponsoring or volunteering. Visit us at 2XXFM.org.au.
And you're with Spaceman Africa, and we are on LocalnLive. And you can also stream live on the internet on 2xxfm.org.au. That last track there was Every Time I Close My Eyes by Taliesin. And I have Dave in the studio here with me, the lead vocalist. And that is a teaser for their upcoming gig this Friday. So, Dave, you've got the gig this Friday at the Basso.
That's right, with Seas of Titans and Terrestrials.
And for those that go along, what can they expect?
The show starts at about 8 o'clock, I think, maybe a tad earlier. 3 bands. It's going to be a night of musicianship. Come and watch people play their instruments properly.
Yeah, I mean, just listening to that last song there, that's a lot, very dynamic, very skillful.
Yeah, we've always tried to be, it's hard to explain, but we've tried to play for musicians rather than for people who want to come and dance. It's not really the dance show. It's to come and watch how to play the instruments. That's what we pride ourselves on, and it's what comes across, I hope.
Oh, certainly. And so for those who are, love their metal rock and love seeing someone good at their instruments.
Look, if you like guitar of any shape or form, you need to come and see Richard play.
We're going to have John ring us very shortly, so we'll just be ready for that. John from Seas of Titan. But, yeah, you were saying earlier Richard you consider him a genius?
The guy's a freak.
Yep.
Anyone that knows him knows exactly what I'm talking about. He spends all of his time working for this band, all of his spare time working for this band, which is just awesome. We did have a lot of issues relying on other people to record things and mix things and master things. He thought, no, I'll just learn it and do it myself. We went out and bought everything, spent thousands of dollars, spent 2 years in his bedroom just learning how to use it all. Now when I go to record, it's fun to watch how quick he can snap around that Pro Tools setup.
And then you've got more control. And
so much more control. Yeah. We were sick of being held to ransom by other people. We need this, well, you can't have it. So we now don't rely on anybody. We use AI for our artwork now. And Richard and me pretty well do all of the music. Richard does 99% of it.
Right, yep.
And I turn up and encourage him.
Get that moral support.
Yeah. Look, when we write the songs, we write our own parts.
Yep.
But then when it comes to recording,
he's the main man.
He's a freak. He really is.
And so what's coming up next for Taliesin? What's happening next year?
This is our last show for the year, but next year we're working solid. We've got a few old songs that we've recorded that we don't want to put on a new album, and then have new songs in there with it. So we've recorded 3 old songs that we want out there, which we'll release 1 week at a time. One of them's got a video clip, so that'll be out in the next month or so. And then flat out onto the new album, which is going to be another 10 or 11 songs, and I reckon we've probably got 6 or 7 of them recorded already, ready to go.
Yep.
So I dare say middle of next year the new album will be ready to go.
Okay, yes. And so will you be playing new stuff at the gig this Friday?
We'll be playing stuff from all 3 of the other albums, nothing off the new album that will be out, but
right.
We'll play some of the ones that the older ones that I was just talking about recording. We'll play probably all 3 of them songs, a couple of songs off Disciple, a few songs off Faceless, and a couple of songs off the EP.
Nice. So plenty in store. If anyone wants to head along, tickets would be through the Basso. This Friday, 6th of December, I've got here doors open at 7.
Yeah, I think that's about right. And Moshtix or Oztix are doing tickets as well.
Right, yep. And yeah, once again, if this is your jam, get along there this Friday. So
even if it's not your jam, get along and be impressed.
Yeah, soak it up. And we're waiting this is live radio for you. We are waiting for a phone call from John. He is in the band Seas of Titan. They're one of the support
That's right.
acts. Have you played with them before?
Haven't played with them before. Know of them, have heard about them getting around the scene, and with this style of music, it was only a matter of time before we ended up playing with them, which is great. That's what I love about the scene, is that it's one big family.
And do you venture down to Melbourne or other
We haven't
interstate
yet, but
places?
we do travel to Sydney, do shows in Sydney. We did an acoustic show that was travelling around a bit and doing quite a few shows with that, just doing acoustic covers, which we sort of had to slow down on when Ruben moved overseas. But he's coming back in February, so we'll be doing a big Silentia show at the Potbelly. I think it's the 6th or the 7th of February. That'll be a 2-hour show of cover songs, acoustic. We'll even get our cello player down from Sydney to come and play on it.
All right, so what's the acoustic show like?
It's all covers, but they're all covers of metal progressive songs that most of them were the ballads on the albums. I'm just trying to think of the kind of songs we do. A couple of Whitesnake songs, and we do a Death Angel song and Testament song, and some strange bands as well, like Spock's Beard and who was that other weird band? So there's lots of weird bands.
All right, well, we are waiting for John to call live radio. A bit late, so we're kind of stretching here. Maybe we will play their track. But in the meantime, thanks for coming in, Dave.
Most welcome. Thank you for having
I
me.
hope you have a great gig on Friday and there's a good turnout. And for all lovers of... Oh, we have the phone call. Woohoo! All right, now what do I do? Hang on. Here we go. Hello, John.
Hi there, Spaceman. How are you?
Mate, I'm so glad you called.
Indeed. Yeah, no, super glad. Sorry, I think it was the wrong phone number. I was trying to call a few times and freaking out. Oh, no. I don't want to miss my spot. So sorry that it's just a couple minutes late, but thanks so much for having me. Really appreciate it.
No worries. I'm here with Dave from Taliesin. We've just been talking about Taliesin and the gig coming up this Friday.
Hey, John.
Indeed. Yes. Yeah, I was having a bit of a listen, just seeing you guys were chatting about. And indeed, it's going to be a great show. We are incredibly stoked to be playing with such an excellent local Canberra metal band. And we're bringing another awesome Melbourne prog rock band with us. So it's going to be a fantastic night.
Oh, you're making me blush, John.
Well, I'm not saying anything that's not true, good sir.
Thank you, my friend.
No, you're very welcome. We are super, super stoked.
So, John, tell us a bit about about Seas of Titan. Like, how many members? When did you form? Where does the name come from?
Wow, there's good. Wow, where should I start? Well, we started. It all sort of started in the lockdowns of 2020. We've had some member turnover, but our old guitarist just started writing some demos. We hooked up on Facebook, and I was just like, yo, dude, you need to turn this into a band. This stuff's awesome. So we sort of got the rest of the lineup together in 2021 and just started hitting the scene. We did, unfortunately, lose a couple of those members end of last year, so we had a bit of a hiatus. But we're back stronger than ever. There's 5 of us in the band. And yeah, we've been told we're pretty cool dudes and that we don't suck and that we have a lot of fun. So yeah, I guess we're going into our 5th year as a band, and because of that little hiatus, we had to delay recording and putting out some music. So there's a little bit of a longer break than we would have liked between releases, but we're just sort of really taking our time and honing in the sound, and we're hoping in the next 6 weeks or so. I don't want to spill any beans too early, but we're going to have some new music coming out pretty soon, which we're excited about. And to answer your other question, sorry, I'm a bit thought disordered here. The name of the band, actually, that was from me. Actually, I'm a bit of a giant space nerd, and obviously, the band's named after Saturn's largest moon, Titan, which has lakes or seas of liquid methane, and it's the only other body in the solar system with an atmosphere and with weather systems, which is pretty cool. And we just thought it sounded epic. You know, a lot of people have told us it just sort of means different things to different people. Some people know it's about space. Some people think it's more mythological, and I think that's kind of what makes a cool name. You know, it can mean a bunch of different things to different people. So yeah, I guess in a nutshell, that's a brief sort of summation of our history.
Excellent. Well, thanks for that. And
Nice.
I believe this is the first time the band is playing interstate. Is that correct?
Yes, absolutely. So this is actually the first show this coming Friday of, I guess, something of a little mini tour. We've got this show coming up in Canberra. The following weekend, we're going to be playing in Melbourne on the 13th here at the Catfish in Fitzroy, and then we're going to be doing the Two Metal for Meredith Festival in Ballarat on the 14th. So, yeah, kind of a dense little run of shows, which we're really excited about. But when the Basement offered us the gig and Taliesin signed on to headline, we just champing at the bit to stretch our legs and get out, play somewhere that's not Melbourne. Much as we love our hometown, we can't wait to get up there and see some new faces and crush a different stage.
For sure. And we hope you have a great night. We hope you enjoyed the Basement. It's a great venue to play at.
It's a fabulous venue.
Yeah, so I've heard. Yeah, it's and yeah, the crew, you know, the bookers, everyone we've been talking to there is really accommodating and friendly and great. So, yeah, and of course, you know, the folks from Taliesin and everyone we've been dealing with has been really lovely and really keen, and we're just really excited. So,
Excellent.
yeah, hoping for a good turnout, and it's going to be an awesome show. So whomever's listening, if I haven't turned you off with my endless prattling, please do come on down and shake a leg and bang your head a little bit. It's going to be an excellent night.
Well, we'll go out by playing one of your songs, John. It is called Viewpoint.
Yes.
But yeah, just a reminder, this Friday, 6th of December at the Baso, starting from 7 p.m, 3 bands. Head on down and make our guests from Melbourne welcome and catch our local legends, Taliesin.
Indeed.
Thanks for phoning in, John.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
See you Friday, John.
Indeed. See you then. Great to meet you over the phone.
We'll have a drink.
Indeed. We certainly will. We're looking forward to it, mate.
See you, mate.
Thanks so much.
Thanks, John. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
And thank you, Dave. Thanks for coming all the way into the studio.
Thank you so much. Much appreciated.
And I hope this Friday goes really well and there's a good turnout and some myths and legends are made.
Thank you.
All right. We'll go out now with the song Viewpoint by Seas of Titan.
2XXFM 98.3, people-powered radio in Canberra since 1976. Now in our 5th decade and still going strong with your support. Visit 2XXFM.org.au to listen online and find out how to subscribe, donate, sponsor, or become involved as a volunteer at your community station.